Hello, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. So it's Monday morning, and over the weekend I brought in more of my tropical plants. Although it's not as cold as it was, it's been raining, so usually the temperature goes up a little bit. Overnight the temperature seems to drop, and pretty sure the forecast had said 9 the other day when I went out and I got these mangoes, brought them back in because I noticed at very early morning the leaves were, as you can see, they're sort of strong, like a leathery texture. But when I went out to see them, these looked very limp, and I was worried then that the cold might have damaged them. There is some like browning around the edges, but hopefully it won't drop these leaves, because it's taken quite a lot of time for it to put out these new leaves. These had only just started to appear. So and then the weather's, it's autumn now, the weather's changed, and overnight, you can get a sudden shock of very low temperatures. These tropicals from Bangladesh are not used to that kind of low temperature. They do get, they do have winter in Bangladesh. As I say, these 2 mango trees are from Bangladesh. Brought them back in December. So they're not used to that kind of weather fluctuation. They do get a lot of rain, but it's humid. And winter over there, when I was there in December, is like our spring here in the UK. So yeah, they're definitely not used to that kind of cold. So hopefully I've saved them in time, I've not left it too late, and that there won't be any sort of lasting damage. So I've got the grow lights on in the morning because it's quite overcast, sort of grey outside, and in the evening, well, the lights are still on, and then I turn them off when I go to bed. So they have some period of darkness, and I've had to squash a lot of the plants into this corner because my living room is full of boxes at the moment. And there are still a number of tropical plants outside: the cardamom, piper nigrum, the Musa sycamensis, the Bangladeshi pomegranates, the English pomegranates, I'll call them, are outside, and they will remain outside. My yuzu is still outside. In the porch area, which is kind of sheltered, I've got the Bangladeshi pomegranates in a group with the bougainvilleas and with my Bangladeshi lime, the Kazi Nimu. I have no space really, so that's the only place I can put them that's fairly sheltered. I brought the beetle leaf in, covered in dust, tried to give it a bit of a wash under the tap. The beetle leaves have come in now, the soursop, and this red guava. This one is one of 2, didn't produce any flowers or buds or anything like that, but I'm pleased that it's put out new branches, which is good to see. It had this stem and it had this stem when I got it, and it was a lot taller. So after pruning it so it would fit in my luggage, it's since put out these new stems, which is nice to see. So it's doing okay, and I brought that in before I brought in this guava. This is my seed-grown Egyptian guava, and this did not like the sudden change in temperatures. Let me show you what's happened. There, that's cold damage. So yeah, it did not like the sudden change in temperatures, and it only just started to put out these lovely new growth. You can see that was a new leaf, and look at it, it's gone crispy. So and it's dropped quite a number of there's some of the leaves it's dropped today. Yesterday there was a whole bunch of leaves, so I imagine there's going to be more leaf drop. Yeah, so this did not like the change in temperature. And this is one of my plants that I was growing in the bathroom. If anybody watched those videos, tropical plants in the bathroom, where actually this mango and that plant at the back there, the Atamoya, these three were in my bathroom along with this jackfruit. And they did well there. So when I've had all my work finished, I might think of putting this guava back in that bathroom. It did like the humidity in there. We'll just have to see when that will be. Who knows? Yeah, so I brought the jackfruit back in. It was getting blown over because it's quite tall, and I did do a video on this the other day. So yeah, so these are the majority of my plants. My soursop, if anybody's interested in growing soursop, this plant is 3 years old. Got a nice thick sturdy stem. It's what I'd call a stocky. It's short and stocky. It's not tall and, you know, elegant like this, but it's growing, it's putting out new leaves, and the internodal space is quite short, so it's not stretching for the light. The more leaves, the more it can photosynthesize, and that will feed the roots. So it's good, you know, it's a bushy plant. And there is my red guava that I featured recently, that I'd got 2 pink flowers. Sadly, this was outside and it blew over in the windy weather we had the other day, and those 2 little flower buds have been knocked off. So maybe I should have brought or kept it inside, you know. I thought it might do better outside, you know, pollination wise. But yeah, so it's knocked off those 2. I don't think it's going to produce any more flower buds this year. They really need that warm weather and lots of sunshine, you know, the day length. So although I've got my grow lights on, I'm not taking it off this windowsill. It can stay up here for the time being. As long as it's living, you know, it's putting out new leaves. Did get a little bit of cold damage, I think, but hopefully I brought it in time. It needs a bit of a water. And this is my last but not least variegated guava. This have not left it out. As soon as it started to have these buds swell on it, I brought it in. I thought, no, I'm not going to risk those falling off. So they might still fall off, but I thought keep it in one place. Just water it when needed. It's still putting out more flower buds, and it's got these. I think there's 4 fruit. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4 fruit. Sorry, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fruit on this. Yeah, so that plant's doing well. And the variegation has got less, but I don't mind that as long as it's healthy, and the plant's putting out flowers and fruit. That is the aim, really, to get flowers and fruit from your tropical plants, you know, if they are fruiting type. So I can forgive it for not having that much variegation. You can still see the white variegation around the edges, so it hasn't lost it. It's not gone completely green, so there's less of the white. More white means less chance of photosynthesis. You need the green for the plant to absorb the sun's rays, which produces food for the plant. So it converts its energy that gets sent down to the roots, and obviously the cycle, you know, the roots absorbing nutrients in the soil, feeding the leaves, etc. So yeah, not a very good explanation of photosynthesis, but the reason why it's better to have more green and less white on your plant. So although it looks pretty, the other one, the one that's dropped all its leaves and it might be dead, had more white variegation in it. So whether that's like, you know, it's not suitable for this climate, you know, to have that much variegation, could be the reason. So there are some of my tropical plants brought in for winter now, really. Well, it's not winter yet, but you know, preparation for winter before we get any of those sort of sneaky frosts that can happen at any time now. You know, so yeah, I think I've done well in bringing them in now. So thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.